for the federal government, they must show up to the office on time and on schedule. We don't want them. We don't want them to work from home because, as everyone knows, most of the time they're not very productive. And it's unfair to the millions of people in the United States who are in fact working hard from job sites and not from their home. As federal employees, they must meet a high standard. They're representing our government. They're representing our country. If they don't agree by February 6th to show up back to work in their office, they will be terminated, and we will therefore be downscaling our government, which is something that the last 10 presidents tried very hard to do but failed. Most have been going to their federal offices in many, many years, from even before COVID, but they have nevertheless been paid. Some have worked, some haven't worked, and most of the studies say that some have just gone through the motions. We may ask these people to prove that they didn't have another job during their so-called employment with the United States of America, because if they did, that would be unlawful. As you understand, a lot of people are getting paychecks, but they're actually working other jobs, so they'll have to prove that to us that they weren't. In any event, we're requiring them to show up to work.
He playing. He releasing hell.
Be terminated. We think a very substantial people will not show up to work, and for our government will get smaller and more efficient, and that's what we've been looking to do for many, many decades, frankly.
I gave your commentary. Trump is not playing. He is on the ribbon.
Bro, but I love this. A lot of people complain. We complain that there's no money for certain things. Where the money is at, we're spending it in places that don't need to be. We don't need $60,000, 60,000 IRS agents. We don't need so many of this and so many of that. We need to get back to where it is. You know what I mean? You say at the office. Go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Go ahead. I give you cooking. I'm agreeing with you. No pushback. Go ahead.
Yeah. A-Dub say at the office they would have got more stuff done. At home they do half and less than what they do.
That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. That is a fact.
That is a fact. I agree with him, but then I also agree with him doing this, cutting down the federal government. We'll have money to be able to allocate places. A lot of y'all get mad at the government saying there's no funding for this, there's no funding for that. Where the money's going? You have people been in the same position for 20 years getting paid. We haven't even seen their faces.
True.
So it's time to shrink the government down so we can make more money and make it more efficient. We need to be the greatest country on the earth and the most powerful one.
Yeah, because think about it. It's not fair for other Americans that's getting up every morning and getting in their car and going to work. Well, you have literally government officials who literally at home sipping tea, having hot latte, and watching YouTube all day or watching TikTok and not doing what they need to be doing, working for the government. Okay, we need to have some form of improvement. If you're not at work on February 6th, you will be terminated. And that's how most corporations, that's how they run. That's why I always tell people when we have discussion, I always tell people United States is like a business, like a corporation. That's how things are run. If you're paying attention to what Trump